Hi everyone. Okay, welcome back, or welcome to different type of video. So normally you'd find this via a song, but that's not the case today. So we'll try something differently. But anyway, week 3 notes. So a technique that I really like to teach, and one that I think can help a lot of students or help a lot of people, musicians along the way, much quicker than certain other techniques. So piano-based technique, but I think this one's relatively easy to play on guitar as well. And especially if you know a bass player, you could work together on this with bass notes and then a guitar voicing, but right hand and then left hand for piano. Okay, so that's the sound, and you'll see and hear me play this a lot. Let's call that C Sus2. So students ask, what does that mean? Okay, C, E, and G is C major. That's the 1, the 3, and the 5 that makes C major. So a Sus2 would be this, where the 3rd, the E, becomes the D. And the history of why it's called sus is long and boring, so let's not get into that now. But there we go. You get sus4 as well, but we won't talk about that just now. So that's a sus2, and add 2 would be this, where you've got the 3 and the 2, but there we go. So C sus2, and you can put this in any key, so D flat, C sharp sus2, D, E flat, E. We're running out of space, just about. So F, let's shift down here, F sharp, G, A flat, A, D flat, and then B. So there we're in all 12 keys. And I love teaching this because I think it sounds great just on its own, but then this voicing with one other bass note. So in the class, I went down the scale, started here. And again, some people are like, yep, great. You know, you can literally see them go, cool, what is that? And some people go, yuck, I hate that. Okay, so you could say, oh, that's C major 7. Because, well, not C major, but C, sus2 with the major 7th without the 3, or some people might call that C major 9 if C is 1, D is 2, so it's also 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, but rather than calling out what the chords are or might be, let's just hear the sounds. You just watch my left hand go down. That's a great sound. Yeah. That's really cool. Okay, so I said not sus4, but actually we're already at that point. So that's G sus4. Because if C is 1, D is 2. If G is 1, C is 4. So D is 5 of G. So that makes us sus4, where the 4 is suspended and the 3 becomes the 4 as opposed to the 3 becoming the 2. There's G sus2 and there's G sus4. Okay, with F is maybe a slightly weaker kind of sound, because if you think about this in the chord, we've got F, we've got C, which is the 5, so that's strong, it's the power chord. The D is the 6, and that sounds great, so we're okay. And actually the G on top. So that chord is very interesting because it's, you know, like a lot of these things, it could be lots of different things. So that implies D minor, the D and the F. If I played that, it would sound like F major. So it's a really open sound. To me, that's a really kind of, excuse the colloquialism, but it's really sus. There we go. So on F, this is one of my preferred ones here. And you'll have heard me play this loads. There's maybe a video on the channel that starts like this. which is a Tom-ish kind of song. So voicing he's is tons. So you can really work with this, and the core of that sound is this kind of sus2. Out of context, that sounds really weird. Where were we? Yeah. So that's C major over E, but that makes it C add 9 over E. It's add because we've got the E there. But again, don't think about that for now. Just, you know, and I teach this in class, get your thumb across those two notes, yeah, and pinky there, or fourth finger if that's more comfortable, or third, or however you want to do it. I often play it like that, just because that's comfortable. Okay, D. Nice. So it's got elements of G major. It's got elements of D minor. It's got elements of all sorts of stuff. Okay, there we go. Like a D, yeah. It's kind of like D7 sus4. It's cool. You can just write with it and then back to C. Okay, and you can, again, you can put the bass notes down the octave or down 2 octaves even. It sounds cool. So the B sounds cool there. And some students yesterday said it sounds less cool there. Maybe, yeah, context is everything. So that's a cool thing that you can do. And of course, and we'll just do this before I kind of show it in a bit more context. Of course, we're just playing the notes of C major. But what about if we play notes from different C scales? What about, and again, this is kind of jumping ahead instead of saying, oh, we could do this thinking about notes from C minor, A flat, B flat, E flat. Yeah, and that's really starting to create a whole bunch more kind of exciting kind of sounds, to me at least. So that looks like E flat major 7 or E flat major 6/9. It's getting close to that way, or C minor 9. You know, fantastic. On A flat major 7 sharp 11, or, you know, sharp 4 or flat 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically an A flat chord with a D in it, but that's too much theory. Just play that and put A flat in the bass. That sounds kind of cool. So there we go. The F sharp here, or G flat, that's a sound I particularly like. And again, it's a bit like a D7, you know? I like that sound. Lots of you will dislike it. And then that one's difficult. But there we go. Even with the C sharp, which creates that false relation there, or major 7th. There we go. Now, I've done it in C, but of course you can do this in every single key like I showed. So it's a good practice. So let's take this one, for example. So E flat sus2, because E flat is 1, B flat is 5, and F. And how I showed this in class, and this was actually from a song. So this is a song I always teach. I've taught this every year since the song came out, because I just thought it was a really good one for teaching all sorts of things. We'll gloss over it now. The tune is Mind's Eye by Rakei, if you want. So let's try it now, but not with one note in the bass, but with 2. So C and B flat, which makes it feel like C minor 7. What a great voicing. I hear this note D on top. Sorry. I like that sound a lot. Okay, so there's C, and there's that E flat sus2. Okay, let's put here G and F, and it's cool. Your ears might tell you that chord doesn't sound like G minor, although it's a little bit like G minor 7. Now it is, but it's actually E flat major over G. That's cool. But again, just G and F in the left hand. Let's go up here. Okay, wow, great sound. D flat, C, E flat, F, B flat, but again, don't overthink it, just keep that there. And the last one from his song, this is in the kind of middle section of the song, goes to A flat, so A flat, G, E flat, B flat, so A flat major 9, or major 6/9. But gives you that sound, and the way it appears in his tune, as I showed in classes. Which is really, really cool. So Sus2, an easy one to try. Play in lots of different keys, and it's a great pathway to all sorts of things. So there we go. We can just quickly, let's add in a bass note, C. Okay, and then let's add this G here. Okay, and that's going to take you in places that you may or may not want to go. So the really hip thing was, and again, this is for people not in my class, but on the internet. So a student was able to hear this in a subsequent lesson. They said, oh, I think, is that chord that you just played? And I played this, what did I play? I'm gonna find it here. Sorry. I played this chord here. Excuse the wrong note there. It's early here, where I am. Actually, that's just banter. I get up. I've been up for hours. Okay, so a student heard that sound and said, oh, is that the Sus2 from last week? I thought about it. It wasn't planned in the lesson. It was just incidental, which is reassuring for some of you. Like, this stuff is real. It's just out there. It's not designed around music theory tuition. And I had to stop and think and then go, oh yeah, look, there it is. Okay. So again, I taught this earlier in this tutorial, which is like getting an add 9 first inversion. That is exactly that. That's F sharp, major, add 9. The 9 is down here like the 2, in first inversion over A sharp with the major 7. And it was really, really cool. So there you go. That's notes from the class. And again, if you're just stumbling upon this and you play a bit of keys, great. And if you're a master of keys, cool. You can play weather report tunes using these techniques. Awesome. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.